everyone, how's it going? Carl here from Waterside Fishing Adventures. Or what? Let's get the rods out, whack them in the car, the trolley, and pop down the Broads and have a little go. Got half a pint of maggots, some bread, a bit of ground bait, and I think that's all I'll need really. Little session, see how we get on, see if I can get the float going under a little bit. Maybe I'll have to put a feeder out, who knows, but it's literally a couple of miles from my house where I'm going to go. Had permission to fish where I'm going. I've been down and had a chat with the owners and stuff, and they're quite happy for me to fish there, so that's all good. So thanks very much, Tony, and hopefully at some point we'll have a boat down there. Obviously got to save up for that. Boat costs thousands of pounds to get something half decent, so that'll be something in the future. Right, so we've just got to weave through these lanes. I'd say a couple of miles down the road and we're pretty much there. It's that easy. So time to start working out some of the local spots and see what we can catch. You have to bear with me while I'm sort of finding out where the spots are to fish and times of day, times of tide, all that sort of stuff. But you know me, you know my channel. I can go to most waters and work out where the fish are going to be and where they're going to feed, and I'll normally pull out a few fish, and more often than not I'll pull out a few decent sized ones as well. Not too worried about size tonight, I'm just literally looking for a bite. So I'll spin you around and you can see the last little bit of the journey of where we're going, and we'll get parked up, load up a trolley, walk down the side of the bank, find a spot to fish. So let's do some fishing. I was there for a good couple of hours, and yeah, they said no problem. So we're in the yard. Oh, we've got quite a wind coming down, I wasn't expecting that. We'll have a look, see where we fancy. I'll bring you back in a minute. Oh, well, that spot where I wanted to fish is not possible. Gale force winds and the Broads are literally flying along like the sea. So I'm going to have to find somewhere a bit quieter out of the wind and we'll go from there. But not going to be able to fish the planned place now, the planned session. But I'll find somewhere and I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, so I've decided to set up just in the little boatyardy bit here. It's absolutely full of weed, but I found a little spot. I'm going to just put a little float out there in between the weed and see if we can get a few bites. We chucked out some pellet and some maggots, and let's have a few casts and see how we get on. So it's quite weedy, but I'm now about to put my mics and stuff on, so hopefully the sound will be okay. And let's see how we get on. I'm not expecting to get too much, but it'd be nice just to get a few fish, make a little evening of it. So I'll get you out there, show you where the float is, and let's see what we can do. Right, so you should be able to see me float out there. I've got a double maggot on at the moment, double red maggot. They're a couple of days old, so they're not moving that great, but a few of them are still moving. But they still should catch fish. So it's quite windy, so hopefully you're not getting too much of it. Mike should be cancelling stuff out. Oh, we got a bite, that's good. Fish on, first cast, lovely. So that's what we have. Just a little rod, but still a fish. Fish on. Hopefully there'll be a few more down there, and hopefully we'll be able to find some bigger ones. Ooh, that wind is really going for it. I'll say out around the front where I water the fish, out in the big open space. Well, unbelievable to be honest. It's literally like, well, you couldn't hear, I wouldn't be able to speak, you wouldn't be able to hear a word of it. You can see just further down there's a bit of wind coming in, but it's fishable here just. And hopefully you'll be able to see the float bobbing up and down a little bit and going under. You never know what we might get. Should get roach, rudd, perch, bream. Should be a bit of everything sitting down there, so let's see what we can do. We're even having to cast into the wind, which is a bit of a pain. I can only flick it because there's weed all the way around me. Might put another weight on that float as yet. We'll see how we get on. Keep chucking out a few maggots to keep it going. Not really in the swim that way, but I'm sort of sitting on the bottom in amongst the weed at the moment, but hopefully that'll do the job. Might have to just shallow up slightly just so we're off the weed, but we just caught just now, so we'll give it a little chance and see how we get on. See a few bubbles in that coming up, which means there's a few fish in there, hopefully. Don't think they're gas bubbles, I'm pretty sure there's a few fish moving in. I have put 3 nice sized handfuls of hemp seed in as well. Which is basically this. So that should feed up some of the bigger roach and stuff, hopefully. Hopefully that'll move a few in. Sometimes if you can get these sort of places like really fed up and get a few fish competing, you can literally get bites as soon as you hit the water. But you got to get them going in the first place. And obviously it's hard work amongst all this weed, but we shall keep trying. So what I'll do is I'll have a few casts and I'll bring you back hopefully with another fish. Once I get settled in and we know what we're doing. So fish number 2, massive, I can't hold it. Look at that, wow! Nah, nice little rod though. I'm getting a bite every cast, so I've done the right thing. So I'll spin you around, we'll have a few more casts, see if we can get some bigger stuff. And in comes another little rod. Another tiny little rod, but still another fish. And that's what it's all about. We just come out to get some bites tonight, but the bigger fish should move in if I keep feeding every cast. Alright, so let's get another maggot on. Double red seem to be doing the job. Some of them in the bottom of the tub are still nice and wriggly. I don't think it's going to make much difference. Basically going about, as you can see, probably 2 foot deep. Got double maggot on like that. Size 12 hook. Oh, we've got some bream bulbs coming up. Look. Never know, do you? Right on top of them. Let it settle. Tiny handful of hemp. And now hopefully we'll get a bite within a minute or so. I've got to wait sort of 3 inches away from the hook, but I might actually move that up to the top in a minute. Throw a few maggots out there and see if we can stir it up a little bit. We've got a huge family of geese on their way up there. I'll show you once they get near us if they do. I've got that lot on their way down to us. They're quite a way down, I've just zoomed in. Just thought I'd show you. Alright, let's get back on the float, shall we? I guess it's the first cast I haven't gone under within 30 seconds. So I slightly shallowed up a little bit, so I don't really... I'm not sitting on the bottom, I'll be sitting on the weed if not. Geese are getting closer. Got to be careful because I don't want to overfeed the swim, but I also want to keep feeding the swim just to get them competing a little bit and get more bites. You know, get them searching for the bait. I'll lift you up a little bit because the geese and that are coming through. Whole family of them. I'm obviously not bothering them too much because they're just swimming straight past me. There's a lot of geese, but they're going through nice and peacefully, nice and quiet, all following each other in a big line. Yeah, let's see if we're on a bit of weed or something, because I would have thought we'd have had a bite by now. Yep, we had weed on. That's the only trouble fishing here. Place like this. Weed again. See what happened this time. Probably get a bite a lot quicker this time. All the knocking and banging you can hear is all the sails on the sailing boats and the wires on them. Don't know, maybe I shouldn't have shallowed up. Maybe I'll have to go back down to the original depth. Maybe the geese going through may disturb the swim a little bit. I would have thought the fish were quite happy down there in the weed. Right, I'll sit out for a little bit, keep feeding the swim up, and hopefully I'll bring you back. We're playing in another fish. Another little baby rudd. Still getting a food. Getting the odd knock here and there, nothing prolific. But at least we've had a couple of fish so far. Only been here about 20 minutes, so can't complain. Got double red maggot on, which is pretty much that. We'll just plop it in close down here. Try not to get on top of weed. You should be able to see that nicely. Not going to put any more feed out now because I put a fair bit out there. Now we've just got to try and get some bites, which I seem to be getting a few. But they all seem to be these little rudd at the moment. Be nice if we can get something a bit different. Perch, a roach, some bream, skimmers. Wind still being a pain, as you can probably hear. But at least we're fishing, at least we didn't have to turn around and go home, at least we've found a little spot out of the wind where we could just have a little go. Got to make the most of your little sessions when you can. If you can get out, you've got to get out. Come on, fishies. something slightly bigger. Might have to try a bigger bait in a minute, try a piece of bread or see what else I've got with me. The geese are now coming back out again in a big long row. Got me float. I'm quite close to where they are at the moment, just having a little go in some different areas. I find it quite amusing the way they follow each other like that. No more fish yet. Wind still being a pain. Probably got worse if anything. The trouble at the moment is just wherever you go in the water, there's weed everywhere. And that's obviously masking the baits as well. Let's have a go down there, shall we? Oh, here we go straight away. That didn't take long to get a bite that time. Where do we go? Little rod again. Crazy little things that jump all over the place. Another little rod. Slip it back. Put that back on the original spot and pretty much bite straight away. I think it was because it was an easier bait to find, 3 maggots. We need some bigger fish to move in down there, really. So we've got a bite again already. Yep. And we're in again, a little bit bigger. Slightly bigger fish. It's the biggest so far. Nothing huge, but they're getting bigger. Like I say, we come here really just to get a few bites, which is what we're doing. We're on fish number 5, aren't we? Something like that. The bigger baits are making it easier for them to find. So I'm going to keep putting 3 or 4 maggots on. Hopefully we'll get another bite quite quickly. Let's see what happens. Need plenty of birds and stuff singing in the trees and all around me. Well, we're not getting an instant bite this time, but we have just brought 2 fish in, so got a good amount of hemp and stuff sitting down there on the weed and on the bottom now. So we'd expect some better fish to move in, hopefully. Got a chap fishing further up to the right, more into the boatyard, and then we've got a chap and his daughter fishing on their boat down to the left. Find it good to just keep moving your bait around, because if not it could be laying on weed, which obviously you don't want, especially if it's all actually on your hook. They're not going to find the bait. Cool. Birds are making lots of noise, aren't they? Looks like it's quieting down again. Strangely, you get a few bites in a row and then all of a sudden they're quieting down again. Oh, I did actually have a fish on. Why? Thought we might have found a perch or something like that. I think I can hear a boat coming. Hopefully I'm not in the spot where it's going. Yeah, boat going past. In the weed again. Stuff gets on everything. Let's try close in like that. Slightly bigger one. Still nothing massive, but another fish. Alright, let's get it back till we get some more. Well, I decided to move. I'll come round to brave it in the mega winds for the last couple of hours. I had 8 right at the other spot, but couldn't get much bigger than what I showed you. So I'll spin you around and show you the conditions here. And we'll see what we can do. As you can see, mega windy. Rough old ripple coming in. Flying down the middle of the bay, but we're going to try sort of close in down here. See what we can do. So let's chuck out a little bit of bait and get some maggots and hemp down there. Mega windy, it's going to be hard to hold bottom or anything, but we've got to give it a go. Got more chance of a decent sized fish here, so got a nice bunch of maggots on. 4 maggots, same float and set up. I'm going to try and throw some maggots out there, but it's going to be hard work. Looks like I did manage to figure out there. So let's get a float in. This is the problem, wherever you put it, you get 10 tonne of this. Hopefully we can get away from it. Loads of weed. Let's try there and see how we get on. And there, well, you can see that float in the water there. Got to be worth a go. Stiff old wind coming in there. Not drifting, which means we're on weed. Crazy. Oh. Definitely pretty rough here. I don't know if you can actually tell. Oh, we had a bite then, so close in is looking like the job. Just trying to find a spot here where I'm not getting covered in weed and I can actually get a bite. It's so windy. It's a bit crazy. Hard work, the wind making my line go everywhere. Just got to try a few spots until I can try and get a bite somewhere. Then we'll try and feed that area. Weed again. Unbelievable. Should really give up, but you got to try, ain't you? So I'm going to try close in down here now. If we can get some sort of bite there. doesn't actually look like there's an undertow, it's just really choppy on top. So let's bring this up a bit. I've actually got a spot there was not too weedy by those things. We won't go deep enough, I'm on a different mat, but let's give that a go. Whew. Definitely hard work tonight. Picked a really hard spot to fish in these conditions. But you gotta try, ain't you? Definitely you can get weed there, so a bit deeper. Okay, so it is deeper there. Let's try again. It's crazy conditions really, but it'd be nice if we can get hold of one decent sized fish. Catch a roach or something like that, or a bream. Crazy. Yeah, I'm hitting weed now, so we're down near the bottom now. I can't really see what's going on, if I'm getting any little taps on the float or anything like that, because it's so rough, as you can probably see. That's sort of unfishable really, probably pulling my bait up and down. So your hook bait's not staying still. We got a fish though. Unbelievable. Whew. Guess what it is? A rod. There we go, Mr. Rudd. Biggest one of the night so far, but nothing too huge. We'll have a couple more casts, let's have a go. Fish on. That's a better fish. Cool, the water's lovely and warm. Bit better fish. At least we're getting a few. I think we've had like 10, 12 fish now, so I'll bring it back again if we get another one. Fish on. We've got a little skimmer this time, I think. Biggest fish of the night so far, just about swingable. There we go. Bit better for those fish, isn't it? Whee! Flipping around all over the place. Bring it around this side so you can see it properly. Got a bit of grass in it on it, but it's nice soft grass here, so there we go. Mr. Skimmer, Mr. Bream. Let's put it back, see what else we can get. Fish on. Oh, a roach. That was a rudd. That's a roach, I think. Cool, the fish are so warm. They're really, really warm. Did you get the idea there? Nice little roach. Cool. Not having none of it. Here we go. Nice little roach. Fish on. Little rudd. I honestly can't believe how warm the fish are. I guess because it's cold out here, 'cause there's mega winds. What I'm basically doing is putting a couple of wriggly maggots on. And sort of drifting it through just off the top of the weed. And that seemed to be doing the job. I haven't really tried that before, obviously in here, but I'm going to try all my little tricks out and stuff like that, and on different trips and stuff like that, and we'll see what we catch. But I seem to have worked out these couple of swims, and I'm getting a few bites now. I think I've had 15 rudd, 2 roach, and a bream, so we ain't doing too bad. Hopefully you can see the float there. Hopefully we'll get a bite as we trot through. It's just really hard to find spots not weedy. Obviously starting to get dark now as well. I'm getting quite cold, to be honest. There's quite a cold wind coming across there. Oh, here we go. Hey, fish on. Fish off. You obviously saw that on camera there. We'll have a few more casts as yet. We've still got some light. Doing my best to get a few more fish before it gets dark. Well, I ain't got my gear to fish into dark tonight. Right, let's flick it out and drift it through, see if we can get another fish. Don't know how well you can see the float, but getting dark and it's quite hard to. Oh, weed. Do a close in trot so you can see it go through. Most of the fish are sort of coming in on what I call the middle line, the edge of that foam basically. It's good to trot through in different places just to see what's what. Be nice if I can get a couple more fish before dark. and that'll round up a session to being not a bad session, considering the winds are gale force. Oh, he must have seen that bite. I still missed it. I think I'm missing the few of these bites because I'm not sure that my hook's that sharp anymore. It's a little bit blunt. But it's not worth me going back to the car now and getting more gear out. As I say, it's getting dark now. Here we go. Whee! It was nice trotting through and then you got to sit. Didn't fight much, did it? It's coming in now. Oh, nice chunky roach. That's what we wanted. Don't mind a few of them. Hopefully they'll get even bigger than that, but that's a lovely roach. I'll spin you around for this one. How's that? Nice roach. We'll spin her around. Actually, that could be a rudd. Could be a rudd roach hybrid. Lovely. That's what we want, isn't it? Fish on. Seem to be getting them more frequently now. Got the swim fed up a little bit. Seem to be every other cast sort of thing. Certainly try anyway. I definitely seem to have come on the feed now. It's now got the hemp and stuff on the bottom. So I'm having 2 trots through and getting a bite pretty much most times within the 2 trots. Sometimes on the first one, so something's going right. Basically just doing that and I'm just trotting along the swim, keeping the line from being dragged along, just filling it with the rod like so. Just turn as I have to, and hopefully we'll get a bite. It's going to be dark soon, but you know me, I'll squeeze in them last few casts if I can. Especially now I'm starting to get a few bigger fish. I'm not throwing no more feed in now because I've put enough hemp and maggots out there. Right, hopefully on this trot we'll have another fish. I'll keep looking up there because I keep thinking there's something coming, but it's not. It's just the boat's banging against the side. Didn't realise that could get so rough and come in like this, but I've got to say on my thingies I fish all conditions, so let's fish the conditions. I'm sure at some point I'll be sitting here in -4 or 5 in the snow. We shall see. Definitely hard work with all that weed out there, but if you can find a spot between it or a fish over the top of it and drift through, seems to be we can catch a few fish. This is literally like putting a float in the sea. It's like up and down, up and down, up. The fish are still grabbing hold of the float and ripping it under, so that's all we need to see. Whoop. Did have a fish on then, but then pulled into the weed. That's what we got on the bottom, this long string of weed stuff. Don't get me wrong, it comes off in about 10 seconds, not even that. But it's just a pain when you're trying to get your next fish. Let's try to trot through a little bit closer. Just try and work out where these roach are gone. Or bream, or whatever wants to bite, really. I suppose I didn't have a perch yet. But I would if I put a worm down there. But I haven't actually got any worms with me, so. Starting to struggle to see the float now, but I can see it enough to see if I get a bite at the moment. Hey. Come on, a hook, there you come. Yeah, little golden rod, nice bright red fins. Lovely little fish. Let's have a little trickle of bait down there, shall we? Just to see if we can pull a bigger fish in. Double maggot seem to be doing the trick at the moment. Right, where did I just put that? Somewhere there, I reckon. Put the float on top where I just put the feed. And hopefully we'll get a bite right there. Rubbing my hands on that because they're sticky from picking up these fish and I ain't got a towel with me. Yeah, like I say, I'm quite surprised I don't have the perch, but I've had all the other species I thought I'd catch. Yes, rudd, roach, bream. See if we can get another one. Come on, fishies, a couple more bites. Suppose I don't have any more bream yet. Normally when you get them feeding, there's normally a few there. Thought I was caught on weed then, but I'm having to come in a bit closer now because it's getting hard to see. You can probably see me okay because the camera will go on night mode, but that can be pitch black and you can still see slightly. But I'm just on my normal eyesight. We've had a good few fish now. We must be coming up towards 20. I think that's going to go quiet as it gets dark now. Be nice to get one more to sort of end the session. Come on, Mr. Roach, Mr. Bream. Give me one more bite. That's why I weren't getting a bite. Big lump of weed on the bottom. Let's try a bit further out. See if we can get a bite on this run. Whew, that's pretty chilly now, I must admit. With that wind coming in like that. If I'd have known it was going to be rough like this, I'd have brought my suit. Come on, fishies, one more bite. That's not asking for much. Don't mind if it's a tiny little rod. Just what I end on a fish, really. I know we just had one, but yeah, there we go. Oh, and that's a nice fish. Well, that's not a bad fish. That'll stay on. Nice golden rod by the looks of things. Biggest one of the night. Oh yeah, look at that. Lovely jubbly. That would be a great ending fish, but I'm going to have to have a nice golden rod. Lovely fish. Excellent. I'm going to have another trot through now, aren't I? Well, you know me, couldn't stop there. Had to have another trot through. And there's Mr. Bream, that was worth it. Whereas if I carried on, I'd probably attract some even bigger bream, but so I'm not really set up for the night. I'm happy to get a fish like that. That'll do nicely. Yep. Lovely jubbly. Turned into quite a nice session. Well, it's getting to that point now where I can't really see, so can't see the float going down. It looks light in the camera, but that's because it's gone on to night mode. Well, back in the car. Not a bad little session. There's some rudd, some roach, some bream. Moved around a little bit. So not bad for the first time I've ever fished in the little boatyard here. Yes. Basically a little boatyard at Hickling Broad. So I got permission to fish here, so I'm allowed to pop down whenever I want, which is nice. So, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share and all that sort of stuff to help the channel grow. And I'll see you very soon in the next video.